Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sly here with Flo. And Flo, our boy, Brock Purdy, out there at Turks in Caicos, out there enjoying the honeymoon vacation. And it's good, man, that he gets away from everything. Just kind of like the bye week. Remember when he went away to Idaho, just took the time off? Brock Purdy, man, he reminds me, he's a smooth operator, man. He reminds me of, have you ever seen that movie Say Anything with John Cusack? And, him and his girl getting a little argument, and he's out there, and he busts out that boombox to get her back, That is Brock Purdy, man. This dude is absolute stud.
In your eyes, the light, the heat, I am complete.
And that just begs the question, man. Him getting married, and I talked about this with a few friends, getting married at a young age, do you think it's going to help his NFL career or hurt him? It works out for different people. For me in tennis, watching guys like Pete Sampras, Andre Agassi, individual sports, it didn't work out so great, My boy Pete Sampras, he's out there. He married that girl from, what was that movie called with Adam Sandler? Billy Madison, the blonde honey baby.
Get on the bus. Hi, Miss Vaughn. Nice to see you.
And, his career just went downhill. However, a lot of these quarterbacks out there that get married at a young age, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, the family-oriented guys, they have a lot of success out there. What do you think about this whole situation, man?
Yeah, man, I think it's a good thing. One, because it always seems like these guys, I'm not sure, it just seems like the NFL, they really like marketing these guys. This is a smart thing because it's kind of like that traditional values, and that's what the NFL loves. They love these guys who are kind of, let's be honest, they're kind of that church-looking boy. And Brock Purdy legit is that church boy because, this guy, man, he's all about his religion and stuff. So I know this guy's not going into it just because he wants to. This guy has already done his homework with his girl and all this stuff, just like anything else. Brock Purdy studies the film. He probably studied this girl plenty already. So he knows it's a good thing going into it because I don't think this guy would do it if he didn't think it was the case.
Yeah.
So I like it. And I just like the fact that he's getting a little bit of a reset. This guy, he's a freaking he's a workhorse. So, if he wasn't on vacation, he would probably be already studying. But you do have to take a break from football every now and then. Even if you have that love for it, like anything else, sometimes you just got to take a little bit of a break to refocus and come back even harder. So, man, I'm liking this. The only one thing I kind of wish Brock Purdy would have went, I kind of wish he went to Mexico to celebrate his honeymoon, Those Mexicans, we love him. Obviously, he gave us love doing the freaking La Rosca last year.
Yeah.
But I do know he went to, Cabo or Cancun with the guys earlier, so maybe he's like...
I don't know if he was part of that crew.
He wasn't part of that crew. Then he should have for sure went. Because, man, I know those Mexican fans, man, we would have taken care of Brock Purdy out there. But overall, man, congrats to this guy. He deserves it. But, man, what do you think?
I like it, man. I don't want to take shots, but our last two quarterbacks, they got in trouble, man. One of them was at the strip club. The other one was with the porn star. It was not the look that the Niners really wanted out there. And, they addressed it. They talked about that. This guy, for sure, he won't be out at 3 o'clock in the morning getting in trouble. Remember, who was that player back in the day, Pac-Man Jones? Every week, that guy would always get in trouble. And I remember every week, we would always hear stories about Jamarcus Russell out there in the strip clubs doing his thing. And I was like, oh, gosh. But Brock Purdy, he's such a smart dude. And, yeah, I know I talked this with about a few people, and they were like, what? He got married so young. But, man, this guy, he knows what he wants, man. He says he wants the family values, and then he wants, to do everything he can to get not him a Super Bowl ring, but these veterans a Super Bowl ring. That's what he really, he's focused on. So he said he's going to enjoy his vacation. I remember after the offseason, he's going to enjoy it. However, right away, he's going to get back, hopefully go to Jacksonville and start training and get it ready for next season. So I love it, man. I love the fact that he's getting away for a little bit, but he knows after that, it's time to have that work ethic, probably take his wife out there, get his work in, and then, just be with the wife. And I like it, man. It's just work, wife. And you can't blame him, man. You can't out there. So I love that he's doing this, man. I just think that he's just a smart dude. And, have you been there before, Turks? No, because you've been everywhere.
I know it's close to Miami. It's like a 30-minute flight, like a little bit. It was east from there, but yeah, I haven't been there personally myself.
Yeah, so I mean, it's awesome that he's out there doing his thing, just enjoying life, but he knows after that it's time to get back. And he says he wants to be better, you know, and a lot of guys still questioning him, you know, saying, can he do it? Can he take that next step? Even though he had one of the great seasons out there, but they're still going to come after him because we didn't win that Super Bowl. So, you know, there's a lot of questions out there, guys. Oh, do we still need a quarterback? Do we still need this and that? So I think he's going to be ready, man. I think he's going to be ready to go for next season. And I love it, man. I love everything he's done. Like when we were on that 3-game losing streak, everyone was like, oh, he better be out there at training camp this whole time at the practice facility in Santa Clara. He took off and he tuned everything out. He tuned it out. And what did he do? He started farming. That's what he did, man. Everyone was like shocked. I know all these dudes out there, like Niners YouTubers, who's that guy, Rob Stats Guerrero. What are you doing? Why aren't you there throwing? It's like, dude, shut up, bro. Like, seriously, like, dude, shut up, man. And so he's doing his own thing, and I love it, man. I love it, and he's just a great dude, and I really have confidence that he's going to take that next step, especially if we address the offensive line in the draft, man.
Yeah, man, that's crazy that people are going after him for the farming thing. The only thing I would say, as far as that almost kind of reminds me of old school Larry Bird story where he would always do the housework, and he did get hurt because he was freaking laying concrete. As long as Brock Purdy's not doing anything like that, sitting on the tractor, man, that's easy work. Let that guy do that. Another thing, man, how he said it is important freaking that these guys actually find the right girl. Because like you said, Jimmy G never found the right girl. He was out freaking partying. Our boy Colin Kaepernick, man, he was freaking having a sweet career. Then he hooked up with that Brittany Rayner. After that, he hooked up with Alden's ex. And after that, man, he kind of went down. So,
yeah,
man, these chicks, man, I don't want to go on a tangent, but sometimes, man, you pick the wrong one. That could really freaking devastate you either career-wise or just lifestyle-wise, man. So I think he did the smart thing and locked up a good one early on.
Yeah, man, there's so many stories out there. I mean, who's that guy who was on the Warriors? Harrison Barnes, right? Not Harrison Barnes, the guy who got with Derek Fisher got with, remember?
Matt Barnes.
Yeah, Matt Barnes. And Gilbert sisters. Exactly, man. So many things. And remember the safety from the Seahawks, Thomas, remember it was his fault because he was messing around with his wife and his wife caught it and he was having a 3-way and she went in there with the gun. You gotta have good family values, man. At the end of the day, I think that's what it's about. I remember hearing the story about Jimmy Garoppolo and I was just like, oh my God. And we heard it, man. We heard that for such a long time. Every time he threw an interception, then you heard Stephen A. Smith, porn star Jimmy. Like, there's all this stuff would happen. And like, oh my gosh, here we go. And then Trey Lance, that wouldn't stop for like a month with Colin Cowherd. So it just kept going on and on and on. So, I mean, what's the worst that they could say? They're going to say, oh, he wears his hat backwards. That's like the worst thing that they're going to say. Fine, whatever. Do say what you got to say. But this guy, he knows exactly what he wants. Such a humble guy. And to me, I like it. It's not an individual sport. And he's not at the tail end of his career, kind of like Pete Sampras, like I was saying, Pete Sampras, when they got married and Andre Agassi and all those guys, it was later on in the career, and then they just sucked after that. It was horrible. This guy's young, and he already knows what he wants. So I think there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's great, man. I think it's great that he's doing this. So I love it, man. She's like a really nice girl. She's not someone, it doesn't look like, at least, that's going to be doing manipulative shit like a lot of these people out there. It goes both ways. Guys and girls both do it. So it looks like he's in for the long haul, man. I love it.
All right, well, Brock Purdy, looks like you got one ring. Now go get those other rings, man. Get those other rings for us fans and for the freaking just the whole franchise, man. Let's go get them.
Yeah, absolutely, man. All right, guys. Talk to you next time. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.